Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. I was surfing my typical websites this morning and I saw this article here, Cryptocurrency Price, Pros and Cons of Buying the Dip. And we all hear people tell us, well, now's the time to buy the dip. Buy the dip, load up on your XRP, buy the dip, load up on your favorite altcoin. But is buying the dip really the most successful way to increase your position? This is a very interesting question, and so I wanted to read this article to see if they had more insight on this. And then when I went through this article, I'm like, this has nothing to do with buying the dip. It was basically just a clickbait title talking about vague concepts of Bitcoin being at high prices and then going down, and then it went into the SEC and the ETFs. I'm going to read this last paragraph here just to sum up some ideas, but really this wasn't a great article. I'm going to give you some more perspective on buying the dips though. The bears are ruling at the moment as crypto prices have continued to descend. August isn't faring any better as the crypto market has lost $43 billion in 5 days. As volatile as the market is, it will be costly holding through the big dip. Investing in the digital currency isn't the wisest of financial decisions to make presently. Holding onto your coins can cost you if you aren't careful. Malware, loss of private keys. So it goes on into saying some very kind of weird things about don't hold coins because you could lose your key and you could send them to the wrong wallet and stuff. And I'm like, who wrote this? This is not really a great article. But I guess it was this first line here that spurred me off. The bears are ruling at the moment as crypto prices have continued to descend. And so guys, we have this concept of buying the dip and we do hear it. So right now we're in a bear market, and this is Bitcoin, okay, guys, on a daily chart. I like using Bitcoin because it has history behind it. The moves are very prominent, and so I like using this chart, and we can kind of extrapolate what's going on with other altcoins, like for example XRP, based on the Bitcoin price history. So guys, in a bear market, we're seeing a lot of moves down, and then slight moves up, but then stronger moves down. And then another slight move up, stronger moves down, slight move up, another move down, weak move up, another move down, weak move up, another move down. Okay, so this is the kind of pattern we're seeing here. So first of all, let me get this out of the way. Buying the dip, guys, only works really in a bull market, okay? Because you want to see the upward trend consistently going up. And then you would buy on the dip, right? So back here in May 2017, Bitcoin went up to 2,700 and then it dipped back down to 2,025. So you would buy this dip. It went up here, 3,000, then it went back down to 2,100, okay? So on and so forth. Then maybe you held. Bitcoin went up here to about 4,800. You buy the dip here at 3,500. And then Bitcoin went up here to 7,700. You buy this dip here, right? At about 5,900, guys. And so this is buying the dips. Then you hopefully maybe made a huge move. It went up here to 16,700. And you'd buy this dip here maybe if you're getting really, really risky, 13,000. And then hopefully you sold somewhere up here, guys, and weren't holding your Bitcoin. But buying the dips is a very, you don't buy the dips in a bearish market. What you do in a bearish market instead is buy in strong levels of support. And how do we know it's a strong level of support? So basically, where are our support levels here for Bitcoin? Let me see if I can draw them out for you here. So guys, support levels for Bitcoin right here, we hear these numbers in the news all the time, and it's basically price action where we've seen retracement, okay? So, I'm just drawing some rough price points here, and it's not a certain price. A lot of people will say, if it breaks this number, that is the absolute lowest price of a support level when they're saying that. But guys, support levels, and the same with resistance levels, find themselves in certain zone ranges. So it's a range of prices. And I've talked about this before in other videos. It's a range where buyers and sellers are evening out, okay? And we're seeing, kind of candlesticks are not terribly high. Volume isn't terribly high. There's a nice mix of red and green candlesticks, okay? And we're seeing, buyers and sellers evening out. The price fluctuation isn't going crazy. And so guys, how do we know it's a strong support level? And this is realistically when you should be buying in a bear market, because we want to know, is support, and so this is always the question, right? Is support going to break and go lower? Well, experienced traders who do this for a living won't buy support here, okay? They're more likely to buy when the trend has retraced several times, because the general rule, and this obviously isn't true all the time, and this is why I say I don't have a crystal ball, but guys, the general rule for support is that the more times it retraces, the more likely the trend is going to change. So we see a support level here, we see another one here, we see another one here, and another one here. Now that's 4 times. So, okay, if it were back in February 2018 and we saw this trend up, and I know there's a lot of people thinking, oh, the trend is going up again. Well, it is least likely to go up at this point because the trend didn't retrace, okay? The trend maybe retraced once over here, you know, just retracing from the ultimate bull run, but realistically, we had to see it after the bull trend. So in this bearish market, we want to see it retrace again, and we want to see these moves up are becoming weaker, and then the trends down kind of get elongated out, and so we're seeing a retracement, another trend up. But guys, as you can see, there's not a lot of volume, trends down, so the market, so at this moment, you know, Bitcoin is kind of moving sideways, is what we like to say in traditional stock markets. But guys, see, so it's retraced here, 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 and the more times it retraces, the more likely, and so this is just the rule of thumb, the more times it retraces, the more likely the trend will break, and then we'll see a breakout. And then, so when do we know a new bull trend is? Well, maybe that'll be tomorrow's video. For now, I'm just talking about buying the dip. And so, you know, you have these smart guys who think like, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to buy the dip in the bear market, and I'm just going to, you know, I'm gonna buy it when it's down here and sell it up here again, and then buy it again down here and sell it up here, and then I'm going to wait until it comes down here, and then I'll sell up here. And so on and so forth. Buy down here and I'll sell down here, and at least I'm making some money in the bear run, right? Well, the thing that these guys don't realize is that that is a lot harder to do. I'd love to see somebody come out profitable with every single one of these counter runs in a bear market. I remember when somebody told me when I was first starting to trade that that's like picking up nickels in front of a freight train. Don't do it. Always trade with the trend, okay? Because you're likely to get slammed. And so, guys, let's take a look at the XRP chart. And, you know, we've seen levels retrace. For XRP, you know, we've seen, so there was a level here in the bull trend up. It retraced here, a level of support for XRP. Then it went lower, and then we saw this level kind of come again. Here we are here, right? XRP trading in this level here, right? So actually, and here. So, I mean, there was some leveling out here, but this was the real support level. Let's forget about these past two. This was the real level here. So actually, this one's not really support. This one's more support. So, and I was saying before, you know, it was basing between 44 and 54 cents. And then we saw it retrace. But see now, guys, we've seen lower lows. So lower lows, and we're now in this level here. And what did I say about that level? That is actually a new level of support going back before, right, the bull trend. And it's a very, very strong level. You know, it was basing for months within this, I'd like to say 18 to 28 cent range. So guys, we've broken support. So now this is no longer, it hit 3 times, but then it went down one more level of support. So now how long is it going to base? How long are we going to see it base in this level? How strong is this support level going to be before a breakout? That is the next question, and that's what we have to keep our eyes on. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.